'Cause I have $30,000 in credit card debt. When they call, I tell them I can't pay it back yet. Credit card debt. Tomorrow I may buy myself a dining room set or this Boba Fett. Credit card debt, credit card debt, credit card debt.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of Real Business Roundtable. Today, we're going to talk about lead with revenue, not debt. Shout out to Janet Tizu. Shout out to my mom. And today's non-sponsor for the 1,000,000th time, Jocko Go Energy. Today we're having the cherry vanilla, one of my second favorites. Cool, crisp, and refreshing.
I also have something we should try. I have something that we gotta try. Yes. No.
Oh, soy sauce?
I'm ordering some right now. Smelling salts. That would be fucking hilarious. Wait, you don't want to do that?
Yeah, I'll do it on the show.
Okay, yeah. I'm ordering some.
I do it. I guarantee I get a text from my mom. No smelling salts. What are you doing?
B
What was
is for
that?
bad.
Was that poison? Oh my God.
Bad man wagon. Okay, so I don't know how often everyone's on TikTok or whatnot, but there's this new thing called breath death.
Try this. What is that? It's breath death. Holy
And I've been seeing it, and I want to try it, and I got it, and I tried it, and I actually really like it.
What is that?
So it's like, so it's mince.
Hold on.
Just pop it open. So it's the other side. It's breath mince.
Oh, I thought it was smelling salts.
No, it's breath mince.
Oh, shit.
But the thing, it's breath death. So this is literally like crystal breath. It's supposed to like get rid
Really?
of bad breath. Can I try one? It's like powder. So you pour it on your tongue, and you gotta try it.
Okay.
It's not. There's nothing bad in it. It's. I mean, you can look at the ingredients if you want, but pour a little bit on your tongue. Have you ever had Pop Rocks?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can do a lot more than that, but yeah. Well, one more little piece fell. Yeah, right? It's good. It's Pop Rocks. It's super good. Do you like it? It's interesting. It's interesting.
Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to Powdered Toast Man. We got to get on with this episode.
Good.
Now, what does it mean? What does it mean to lead by revenue, not debt? Lead by revenue, not debt. When you are trying to start a business, build a business, grow a business, expand, whatever you want to
Don't
call
finish
it.
the bottle. A decent amount, but I really like this shit. It's good.
Samir, reel it in. When you're trying to grow, scale, whatever, and your only way to do so in your mind is, okay, I need money to do so. And that's a common thing. You see people on Shark Tank, you see people going to networking groups or talking to VCs and all this stuff. I just wanted to talk about the things that can happen and your risk of going in certain directions. And I think a lot of small business owners sometimes don't realize this. I see a lot of social media content pushing lines of credit, LLCs, a bunch of credit cards, and this and that and that and this. And I feel like it's pushing debt as a solution too much. And I'll comment on that bullshit, and I'll be like, hey, what about just selling a product that solves a problem and not going into massive debt? The last thing you want to do is just create a company, go into massive debt, and then you spiral out of control because you don't have enough revenue, sales, to satisfy that debt. And then you're filing Chapter 11 or whatever the fuck. And it's just like this, like, I think it's bad advice that I'm seeing out there on social media.
Well, also, people don't understand. Like, if you think that you can just open up an LLC and then all of a sudden have $50,000 in your bank account, it's not really how things work. An LLC,
That's how
like
it
a small
shouldn't work,
business
but
loan.
it is available to some people. Some banks are doing that right now. If you
Really?
set up an LLC, a brand new business, like the other company, I got offered. One time I was on the phone with that lady. I don't know where she was from. The dark-haired lady.
I thought you had to. I
She
thought you had
goes-
to be in business for like a
No,
year.
there's an option through a bank that says they were like, you can get $50,000.
That's just stupid.
Yeah,
For the
I
bank,
don't-
that's kind of stupid.
I that makes me cringe. New businesses can get 50K, but it's so, in my opinion, the risk, your risk starting a business, first of all, is there's a level of risk. But once you start immediately, right from the jump, going into debt without having sales is absolutely insanely irresponsible. Let me give you a caveat. The only time that that's okay is if you have a pending deal, a pending sale that let's say you got a signed contract for and you have to fulfill this. Okay, you have a signed contract that says you're going to get said revenue when at delivery. Okay, then you can go do that because you have something that will back that up. But some people are just starting businesses going into massive debt.
Well, one thing I'll say is like if there are caveats with that. If your business it requires a significant amount of work and you can't work for free sometimes in some cases, or it requires a significant amount of labor or like real build out or time, money. It requires money. Build it in phases. So with your product or whatever it is, most of the time, there's ways that you can provide a product without having to utilize resources, without having to use a lot of time, money, whatever, effort. Just, it's a simpler phase of the product so that you have something to sell to build up the product. We did that with a company recently. We had like a pre-order system, right? And you can do this if it, whatever your audience, whatever your demographic is, you can create like hype around it. You can create like, oh, like I'm doing this. You can go on social media, sell it through social media, and build like a pre-order system, right? And then you get in money some way, one way or another. But if it's something that you can sell before it's made, because it's easy to create or whatever it may be, you can do that. You can get purchases and then use that money to build out whatever it may be. Like I said, we did that recently. We sold it to, a product to a group of a handful of people, and they got the product, and that's how we built the business. We didn't go into any debt. We didn't put any of our own money, really. Kind of, well, we did, but we didn't spend a lot of money, significant amount of money at the beginning, and we made sales.
These motherfuckers on social media are spreading in my opinion, very bad information that me as an entrepreneur and a problem solver, it makes me cringe. And like I'll comment like, hey, how about just not doing it this way and doing it that way? And people will be like, no, blah blah blah. Like you're just creating LLCs to just rack up more and more debt.
And then how do you make that? The thing is like,
sales, like I said, shout out to Mark Cuban.
Sales cures all.
And he was absolutely right about this. And I will say it until I'm dead. Sales cures all.
No. If you watch Shark Tank, you need to have revenue before they can invest in you. Very rarely is someone going to invest into a company that has no revenue.
Pre-revenue. Unless you have a revolutionary, groundbreaking idea.
Proof and
that the concepts, patents. The concept and the barrier of entry is so high and the concept is so revolutionary that people will buy or invest into the idea in certain situations. But if you have something that could technically be replicated and you have no sales and you just say you're pre-revenue, it's not really, there's no teeth. There's no, you can't really, what they say, doesn't have legs. So like you can't, I want to stress, You have to sell the product. Lead by revenue. Lead by revenue. This is the key. This was a famous motto or saying from a well-known real estate company. You can even look it up. Lead by revenue. That is so ingrained into my mindset and my soul that I always think that way. Like, if you have a good product that solves a problem, you should be able to sell it. And if it doesn't sell, then you got to hit the brakes on any debt. Now, if you're running for a year or two and you got money coming in, yes, you can get a line of credit. You can get credit cards. We have credit cards. We have lines of credit and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's because our product, our service sells. It sells. There's revenue coming in to justify the serving of said debt. Do not go into debt unless you have a signed deal or you have something that requires that money, the debt, to you like, for example, if you need that money to fulfill an order, that's the caveat where it's okay. It's a little bit of risk. Like, I know I've heard of people just getting a few credit cards and they buy the product real quick and they flip it. They buy the product and they flip it, and they just use it as a means to make that purchase so they can flip something or they can sell something.
You could get a credit card. You can do something like that.
When that's the situation with the immediate intent to flip within freaking 30 days, okay, that's fine. But I see too many people. We got to stop this belief that going into debt is good and it's okay. That I just don't. I think it's unhealthy and it's reckless for small businesses and new upcoming entrepreneurs to be doing this and thinking it's okay.
Also,
create a good product that sells, create a good product or service that solves a problem that people need, make sure it's cost effective for the business owner, and just run with it and present value and more value and let your business grow naturally. That way you can lead by revenue. You can take that revenue and expand versus getting tempted by an investor who, if it doesn't go right, they're gonna fucking fuck everything up. And just, I see stories about people who start businesses and like they get investors, and then like one or two investors, they start crying about something and everything goes haywire. Like, oh, was this a registered security? And it's like, it's this whole fucking shit show that if you just actually got off your fucking butt cheeks and sold, you wouldn't have to deal with these motherfuckers.
And now, on the other hand, though, I want to press. We're talking about revenue, not profit.
Yeah.
When you're starting a business, don't expect it to be profitable. You don't want to take money out of it, right? Hopefully you're in a position where you're making money elsewhere, unless you don't have to. But we're not talking about profit. Drive revenue first. So one other thing, I don't remember the story exactly, but like I was saying before, there's in certain situations you can sell the product, you can create capital, you can sell the product to create need before the product is created. And what's his name did that? Bill Gates? Yeah, like it's a famous story. He
sold it before it was developed, but he had the development team lined up. Sold the solution, had it developed, bang.
Yeah. Now, obviously, that's a little bit quick. That's a little bit different, but moving quickly to build revenue as fast as possible in the beginning is going to make it so that you don't have to raise capital. Now, we're talking about at the early stages of business. When you're at, a significant number within your business, raising capital is almost essential sometimes, right? To be able to do things you want to do with the business, to create more efficiency, whatever it may be. But we're talking about the early stages of business, starting off, right? Scrappy. That's what we're talking about.
Sell. And if you can't sell, partner up with someone that can sell. Very simple. Don't set up shop and you can't sell or you can't market. And then having a marketing budget or a growth budget is super important. People will build a business. I've seen this time and time again. They'll build a business and it sits stagnant. And then they're like, oh, well, I'm like, you are in the highest state of obscurity right now. The best thing you could do is run a campaign. Let people know. Go out there, let people know. Shake hands, talk to people. Mm-hmm. We made another episode calling it, if you build it, they won't come. because people will invest in building something. I know a guy that spent $700,000 into developing a fucking app. I might need a minute on this.
Thank you.
No, this guy spent 750,000 bucks into an app. He made the app. And he's all like, hey, check this out. Boo, boo, boo. And I just say to him, how are you going to get people to download this app? He's like, I don't know, I'm just gonna build it. And I was like, and then a year later, we met for coffee. And I'm like, it's built. What are we doing?
Stop it. Get some help.
6 months later, hey man, I don't know what to do here. I'm kind of hitting a wall. I'm like, you need momentum. You need to get eyeballs on it. Well, then he comes to me like 6 months later. He's like, hey, do you want equity in this? And you run with it and I'll give you a percentage. And I'm like, dude, you just spent a very small, decent sized fortune on building your idea and making it a reality. It's here, it's functional. Now you want to go to market, and now you're questioning what it would to do so. In order to protect your investment, you have to go to market. Just because you build it, they won't come. You have to sell. Now, if you don't have the money to advertise, I understand. I get it. But at that point, you need to grab the bull by the horns and you need to network with said group of people that would use this app. Shake some hands. That's all you got to do. Shake some hands. Shake some hands and talk to people. Let them know what you have. Give them like a postcard or a card to download it.
Go on TikTok and make some videos.
Make some content, dude. Don't just sit there with your thumb up your you-know-what.
He says cock, but not ass.
Your thumb up your ass. It just enrages me. When and this is just the tip of the iceberg. When people don't lead by revenue, if you have technical difficulties.
Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us today on Real Business Roundtable. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. It doesn't work for me. Peace out. See you next time.